Welcome to my channel. On this video I'm going to talk about feminine communication, and I'm going to list some things that I've learned over the years about the feminine communication. So the first thing I want to say is that it has to do with your tone of voice, and to better control and improve your tone of voice, it's better to do your inner work, to be calm and in your pleasure, so that it shows in your voice. In fact, I can tell if someone has done their inner work by their voice. The voice conveys emotion, and it really shows our state of being. It's a really beautiful thing, and hearing someone's voice while hearing their emotions, their fears, the state of their being for that moment is something really, really beautiful to hear. And in fact, I can see a difference in my voice from when I used to do online teaching, because I have those videos recorded, and I can watch them, and I can see a difference in my voice on how anxious I was. And if I'm anxious a particular day, I can hear it in my voice when I record myself and hear my videos. The second thing I want to say about feminine communication is the body language. In fact, also body language has more to do with embodiment. It's not that we have to do some gestures which are not natural to us, but well, just being in our pleasure and being embodied in what we want can show also in the body language. But one tip that I want to give you about this topic is to slow down your movements. In fact, masculine energy is in the mind and feminine energy is in the body. And by slowing down our movements, we can help also men around to go into their bodies. Also, focus more on being than doing with your body language. For example, I could be making a tea and be in action oriented, be doing these things, but I can also just be with the tea. So just be with the moment, also be with what you're doing and slow down your movements. Meditate every day to just slow down and enjoy the moment. This is a really good feminine communication. The man around you or your partner, for example, he might be in his mind thinking and calculating, and you just pass by with your slow body movements, and it brings him out of his mind and more into the moment. Also, you can study the language of flirting just as information, but over time this should become your embodiment. Another tip that I want to say, so tip number 3, is to convey your message in a feeling manner rather than just, for example, demanding something. You can say that it would be nice if I had this thing, for example. And this is just part of feminine communication. Don't say, for example, to your partner, you do this, but simply express it in a feeling manner what you would like and what would make you happy. Express the desire. But on the other hand, if there's something to do that you expect him to do for you, don't do it yourself. A lot of women complain, and then just do the thing themselves. Just leave it undone, leave it that way. Also, if it's something, for example, going somewhere, or take, for example, to the movies or a new restaurant or somewhere, just express your desire, how nice it would be to do that thing together, and then you can go by yourself or with a friend or with a sister. So don't pressure him and don't initiate activities together. Then also, of course, tip number 4, allow space in the conversation. This means to just listen more. Listen more of what is happening, and never feel pressured, for example, to talk just because someone needs to say something to relieve tension. Be comfortable with the space, and in fact, if you have studied communication between men, you can see that there's space in their conversations. For example, if you go to a bar just somewhere and watch two men talking with each other, you can see that, for example, one time one talks, the other listens, then there's some space, and the other talks, which is not similar for women, so communication between women, which of course we all know that women just talk more and say more words in a day, according to studies too. So just try to be comfortable with the space and allow that space in the conversation. Next, tip number 5 is to never initiate conversations. I know that this is hard, and never initiate conversations with your partner, because with other people it's normal, it's a good idea to initiate conversations everywhere you go, family members or everywhere, friends, but not with your partner. Never initiate conversation. This sounds difficult, but even harsh, because one would think, why do not never initiate conversations with your partner as a woman? But I think this has to do more with finding the right moment, for example, to say something, because men are more single focused, and when they are doing something, they are just focusing on that thing. And for example, if she's watching TV, really concentrated and focused on that thing, he will not fully listen to what you are saying, or in the car, or maybe when he's doing something else. But when he initiates a conversation specifically about a specific topic, that's the moment to say your thoughts and express your feelings about that topic. And also, if you want to say something to him, to give him a message, or maybe start a conversation, you can ask him for where's the right moment for you to have a conversation, because this will make him completely focused on that moment and on what you're saying, and take it really seriously, which is not the case sometimes if you tell him something in the middle of when he's doing something else. And the last point for this video is to know that with your partner, to also when he does something, to express your appreciation and your happiness, and even sometimes exaggerate it, maybe because to make your point, to make sure that he's getting the message. Because the man's mind works more like a video game, which means with points in that system. For example, if he does something for you and he doesn't feel appreciated, he will give up on trying to make you happy. While if, for example, he does something for you, you express your happiness, your appreciation. Like a video game, he graduates to the other level, and you can ask something else. But when you don't really express your appreciation, that's how his mind works. He will give up, just think this video game doesn't work, isn't giving me points, I can't go to the other level, so I will give up. So don't allow this. Level by level, every time he does something for you, just express your happiness and how much you appreciate him. And keep in mind that the man's nervous system is really dense, and sometimes what I mean to say is that you need to exaggerate a bit your happiness and your appreciation, so that he will get the message. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Bye.